Okay, over to you, Cik Saravanan.
Alright, terima kasih Cik Intan. Just nak check, my screen can be seen, yeah?
Yes, boleh.
Okay, and bila saya expand, it's expanded.
Yes, betul.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, just to inform that, semalam I was doing another presentation, and while I was moving the screen, for some reason, some slides didn't move. So, in case kalau that situation happen, please let me know. But if not,
Baiklah.
we start it now.
Okay.
All right. Okay, um let me just open up a view where I can see everyone also. Okay. All right. So how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing good. Okay. Wanted to share about exploring nature Johor, sebab Johor ni kita memang ada banyak gunung-gunung, banyak kawasan laut semua ni kan, so banyak yang kita boleh tengok pasal Johor. Tapi a lot of times not many people even in Johor know about these places, right? So sebab tu we would like to share more about this lah. Okay. But before going for that, I will just want to apologize just in case sebab saya tak sempat nak buat banyak pasal slides ni, sebab before this I was in Nepal tengah climbing gunung kat Nepal Himalayas, so tak banyak saya dapat prepare untuk session ni. So I hope whatever that I have prepared is sufficient, and will be able to show the beauty of Johor in a certain way. Right, so talking about Nepal, okay, hold on, yeah. Before Nepal, okay, of course, my name is Saravanan Senaya. I'm an environmental educator. So, saya mengajar pasal environment. So, bila saya kata mengajar pasal environment, that means it's not just about all the beautiful places that we have, but also about how can we take care of these places and what is happening to these places. Alright? So, banyak tempat yang cantik. Tapi, adakah semua tempat ni selamat? What's happening? Mungkin dalam 10 tahun atau 20 tahun lagi, tempat-tempat ni masih wujud ke tak? So all of this is part of environmental education, and my role is to teach about that. Apa yang tengah berlaku, or macam mana kita nak jaga tempat-tempat ni. Alright, so this is all the things that I do, and of course as a job, my work is as a conservationist. Saya take care of isu-isu konservasi, alright. And on the other hand, saya juga bawa people to the mountains, right, to climb mountains, alright. Okay, so this is the place that I went to in Nepal. Anyway, just wanted to show a very quick one where I was for 25 days last week, and before that. All right, so I was here, I was climbing two mountains. Okay, one of them was this mountain. This is known as the Mera Peak. It was at 6,470 meters. So three of us went over to climb this mountain. All right. Just want to double check. Can you see the mountain screen, or did it jam somewhere else in with the other screen?
Boleh nampak. Yes, can see.
It has been moving. All right.
Yes.
So this is a Mera Peak. Okay, and this three of us went for this mountain, and we just climbed up. And two of my friends here, they had been with me in this journey for more than 8 years now. So it was a wonderful moment. Then we also went for another smaller mountain with another group. So this is for beginners that we did for fun. Okay, I just wanted to show a bit of a video of what we experienced over there, a short video. So hope you can enjoy this. Yeah. Right. So this is a simple journey that we had actually, and it was quite fun. It was really a lot of fun there. In fact, in that video earlier, one of the mountains that we managed to see from wherever we were was Mount Everest. And it was an amazing moment to look at all of that, from that kind of height. And so these are some other pictures. We even managed to, celebrate birthdays of our friends while we were at the mountain. And of course a little bit of the forest, and the weather was really really threatening. It wasn't easy for us to go through that. All right. But anyway, while talking about Nepal, while being in 25 days over there, my heart still belongs to something much more closer to me, which is this, right? The tropical rainforest, because this is where I got introduced to nature, where I learned a lot about forests, animals, all of those things. And to be more specific, it was actually Gunung Pula, Johor, where I had my first experience. Okay, so why I chose this picture is because in this picture you can see the mountain at the back, that is Gunung Pulai in Johor. And the house over here, that was the house where I was living when I was about 7, 8, 9 years old, right? So my father was working in plantation. He was working in the estates. And every year, he will get moved to different estates. So it's like transfer. But when we came to this place, we stayed there for a few years actually. So that was something different because we never had to move to other places. And while we were here, my dad used to bring me up this mountain. So most of the time over the weekend, sometimes we'll go for sunrise, sometimes we'll go for sunset, and it was really really beautiful. And that is where I first started learning how to hike. And the best part is that we get to see a lots of wild animals, right? Like creeping ones, like snakes and centipedes, millipedes, different kinds of those animals, right? And at the same time, sometimes we also get to see other kinds of animals, like mouse deers, for example, or even all the flying stuffs, like the birds and the crickets, all of that. So saya memang suka tempat macam ni, and I started growing up with this, right? And this is why I started loving a lot of these places, and from there I started moving around, trying to look at all the places that I can find in Johor, right? But this is a childhood experience that I had. So as a budak umur 8 9 tahun, yes, I really enjoyed all of whatever that I saw here. But my professional experience started in another mountain, which is actually Gunung Lambak, Johor. Because when I was form 3, lepas form 3, saya pindah ke Kluang, right? So then di Kluang, sekolah sekolah saya, we had a chance untuk volunteer dengan Jabatan Perhutanan Negeri Johor, di Keluang. So saya dengan beberapa kawan saya dari sekolah, kami pergi volunteer bawah Jabatan Perhutanan, and Jabatan Perhutanan bawa kami masuk ke Gunung Lambak. Right? And Gunung Lambak ni dekat dengan bandar. So memang senang kami nak pergi bila-bila kami nak pergi tu. Alright. So bila kami pergi ke sana, Jabatan Perhutanan ajar kami macam mana nak identify pokok-pokok kat sini, macam mana nak tengok biodiversity, artinya hidupan liar kat sana kan. So all of this, and lepas tu kami dapat chance untuk tag pokok-pokok yang ada. Jadi nak tahu apa pokok ni, lepas tu buat label, lepas tu taruh label kat sana supaya orang yang datang ke Gunung Lambak boleh tahu pasal pokok-pokok ni. So bila saya start learning pasal gunung ni, saya ingatkan macam kalau setakat saya nak belajar tak cukup lah. Apa kata kalau saya boleh bawa student-student daripada sekolah saya pergi juga ke gunung ni dan mereka pun boleh belajar. Jadi saya belajar daripada Jabatan Perhutanan, lepas tu saya bawa knowledge tu nak mengajar student-student, junior-junior saya di sekolah pula. Alright, so that is what I did, and that is where I started learning macam mana nak bawa orang ke gunung, macam mana nak introduce pasal haiwan-haiwan ataupun pokok-pokok. Alright, so semua ni started when I was 17, 18 tahun, di masa zaman sekolah Form 4 and Form 5. Right. So of course, any students kat sini, if you think that you don't know where to start like what I did. because I tak tahu apa-apa pasal ni. Saya suka nak masuk hutan, hobi saja. Tapi selepas tu chance kecil-kecil macam ni, macam volunteering Jabatan Perhutanan ataupun enthusiast lain yang tahu pasal hutan atau haiwan, di sinilah kita boleh belajar. Jadi kalau if you think this is what you would want to do or you want to learn more about forest, do that. And probably don't just stop there, do it and do it for others as well so that orang lain pun dapat belajar daripada you. Right? So anyway, talking about Gunung Lambat, this is my favorite forest in Johor. The reason is because bila-bila pun kita boleh masuk. Saya sekarang tinggal di Johor Bahru, tapi bila-bila saya rasa nak masuk hutan, tak sempat nak buat planning yang besar, saya just drive 1.5 hours to Kluang and then terus masuk hutan ni. Right? So memang senang nak pergi. Right? So nak cakap pasal hutan Gunung Lambat ni, I have 2 videos, so I let the videos do the talking. So ini masa kami naik untuk sunrise. So pukul 4 pagi kami dah start naik, slowly moving around, looking around and everything. And then yang ini lebih kurang pukul 6.30 pagi. Alright, so this is a video of my friend walking. So kalau dapat pergi pagi-pagi macam ni kan, memang magical lah. Right? Hutan tu dengan awan kapit and then fog, misty, memang magical. Macam tengok dalam movie. The condition of it. And at the same time, kita juga ada macam small streams that will be passing by, and that is one of the places that I love doing. So over here you can see. So bila-bila saya pergi tu, sebenarnya ada banyak entrance lah untuk Gunung Lambat. So ada entrance yang boleh nampak screen macam ni, ada entrance yang tak ada lah. Tapi bila saya pergi kawasan macam ni, I just buka kasut saya, duduk kat sana, kaki dalam air, santai, So this is something that I really, really love doing. And a lot of my friends also love doing that actually. So these are some photos that I would like to share. Ini kawan ni yang sebelah kiri yang pakai baju biru ni, dia yang salah seorang yang datang ke Nepal dengan saya tu, yang 3 orang tadi kan, ni salah seorang daripada tu. So she always follows me to recce a lot of hutan lah. So this is one of the photos that we have taken. Tapi Gunung Lambat ni dulu ada kawasan-kawasan Gunung Lambat yang masa nak naik itu dia macam challenging sikit, ataupun masa turun tu betul-betul challenging. Tapi sekarang Jabatan Perhutanan ada tukar sikit jalan dia, sebab yang kawasan challenging tu kan, sebab hujan lebat, ada erosion. So tanah kat sana dah tak sesuai sangat untuk hiking lah. So Jabatan Perhutanan ada buat jalan baru and very good that for that entrance and that way. So memang selamat lah. Sebenarnya ada sekali itu bila saya pergi, saya nampak ada parents ni, mak bapak ni, dia bawa anak dia 2 orang. And anak kecil tu umur dia 7 tahun. And she was coming down at that particular place, and that was the jalan yang challenging tu. So it was really, really good to see, families bringing people, their kids and their family members to these kind of places. Gunung Lambat ni, kalau difficulty level, kalau 10 paling maksimum, saya kata lebih kurang macam 5 lah. 5 out of 10 difficulty level untuk Gunung Lambat. Ataupun mungkin 4.5. Alright, so it's really safe to go and it's really nice to go. And over here you can see ada kawasan-kawasan yang ada banyak tali, pokok tombang. So memang best lah, kalau nak adventure, this is really a nice adventure to start with. Okay. Dan yang ini ada board Gunung Lambat, selfie foto, so gambar dia terbalik sikit. Alright. But yang ini nephew saya, umur dia 16 tahun. Saya bawa dia pergi. First time dia pernah datang Gunung Lambat was when he was 5 years old. Masa tu dia kecil and setiap kali dia tanya je, how long more, how long more. And kita biasa orang gunung selalu cakap how long more, orang tanya kita cakap 5 more minutes. kan? So many of you might know that trick, right? So masa umur dia 5 tahun, dia tanya how long more, I kata 5 more minutes. Lepas tu dia tanya lepas 20 minit, how long more, I kata 4 more minutes, you know. So but he did. So lepas 11 tahun dia datang balik nak visit Gunung Lambak, saya bawa dia pergi. It was a nice experience. This is um yeah. This is one of my you know this friend of mine, right? Her nephew also came. He was 9 years old when he came. So I just show you a video of him climbing Gunung Lembak. Ingat budak 9 tahun and then climbing up. So it wasn't easy for him, but just take a look at it.
I never made it, but I know
That's him, yang back merah ni.
by a mix of emotion, got my statement, and I'm reading it slow.
So first dia tak nak sentuh mana-mana, tak nak pegang tanah apa-apa. Tapi later you can see he start enjoying lah. Bawa pokok tu dia tenang je dah masuk.
Never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control.
Kawan-kawan saya ramai, so dia orang take care of the boy also lah. Dia tengah crossing river.
Mission control. Am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me.
Oh, by the way, the person wearing red pants inside here is 72 years old.
Find another reason to breathe this air. And now we made for ourselves.
This man is 74.
Be the last time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission
Masa turun ni dia takut sikit lah. Right? Ni tak sampai kaki.
I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home. I know it when I saw
He still want to control macho.
you wanted it all. Tell me to someone who will love me. Oh, never in my life did I wanna see you more than this. And every time you're lost, I wonder if you know you're missed.
All right. Okay, so that is Gunung Lambak. So Gunung Lambak is a place where it is suitable for orang adults, seniors, children. It is very suitable. If I brought my nephew when he was 5 years old, so it is really possible lah. But the thing is that, of course, I would say when you're going, if you are familiar with forest and hiking, then it is really good. You can bring any age group. But if you're not, then look for someone who knows the mountain or the place better. Then go with them. I think that will be safer. End of the day, pergi mountains or forest, enjoy adventure. Tapi paling penting kita pulang selamat. Right? So that is very important. So just keep that in mind. Right? Okay. So this is some of the biodiversities that we saw in Gunung Lambak. So Ryan, yang budak yang kecil tadi tu kan, so he saw all of this and then he was very excited. So ni ada lipan, right? Yes. Okay, and then this is a millipede. Millipede also banyak kat sana. Biasa dekat rumah kalau kita nampak millipede yang dalam 5 cm, kat sini dalam hutan kadang-kadang dia boleh dalam 20 cm, 15 hingga 20 cm panjang dia. So this is one of the millipede. Kawan-kawan saya dengan saya memang bila kami masuk hutan, kami suka sangat cari apa-apa binatang yang kami boleh nampak lah. Lepas tu ambil gambar, bawa balik ke classroom and teach students. Kadang-kadang kami ambil video. So there is a video of this millipede. You can check this out. Okay, millipede ni nak cross dahan pokok yang dah jatuh ni, akar ni juga. And then tapi bila dia sampai, dia ada nampak banyak semut. So cara Millipede ni nak move around the semut, assessing tempat tu, dia nak survey tempat tu, was amazing. Sebenarnya binatang, a lot of biodiversity kat dalam hutan ni, mereka memang ada cara-cara mereka coexist atau hidup dengan harmoni kat tempat tu. So this is a video that can show exactly that. Right? You can see this millipede.
The camera knows. But the cameraman.
Yeah. It's coming.
Okay. Lepas tu dia rasa dah tahu ada semut, dia tak nak cross.
No. He's just passing by. I don't know what they eat. But he's passing by.
Okay, masih tak nak cross. So dia jaga every step.
Yeah.
Dia,
It's like something
centipede tu pun nak make sure that it's
very
okay.
careful moving, huh?
Right?
See, when he was going here, his legs all come
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the kind of experiences that we actually see when we are in the forest, right? And this is tapak kaki gajah. Ryan, yang the boy yang 9 years old tadi tu, dia tengah letak kaki dia lah nak tengok berapa besar tapak kaki gajah tu. Ini dekat Gunung Lambak. Gunung Lambak memang tak ada gajah tinggal kat sana, tapi bila musim certain season, dia orang gajah tu akan migrate dari satu gunung besar ke lagi satu gunung besar. Kadang-kadang dia akan masuk Gunung Lambak on the way lah, along the way, passing by lah. Right, so masa tu baru kita boleh nampak gajah, tapi bila-bila kita nampak gajah, kita sembunyi. Kita tak nak gajah tu nampak kita. Sebab the wild elephants can be quite dangerous. Bukan sebab dia nak attack kita, tapi kalau dia terjatuh and seret ke bahagian kita, arah kita kan, and then it can be dangerous for us. Alright, so that's one of the reason why we hide lah whenever we see elephants or we know that elephants are there. Alright, so Gunung Lambak is one of my favorite places, but Gunung Lambak is a small forest patch. Anytime we want to go santai, yes, that is a fantastic one. Tapi kadang-kadang kita nak adventure lebih sikit, right? We want to try something more. And bila kita nak try something more, there are many other places. Of course, gunung tertinggi di Johor, which is Gunung Ledang at 1,200 meters is also there. But one of my favorite forests, bila saya nak extra adventure in Johor, is this, Gunung Belumut. So ini hutan Lipur Gunung Belumut. It's a fantastic forest lah. Sebab Gunung Belumut ni 1,010 meters. Okay, gunung tertinggi Johor 1,200 Gunung Ledang, tapi yang ini 1,010 meters. And Gunung Lambak yang tadi saya tunjuk tu, yang itu 510. So yang ini 2 times the height of Gunung Lambak. Alright, so Gunung Belumut is one of the places that I really, really love. Of course, for the hiking, definitely. But one of the things that I love doing here is photography. I love taking photos here. Alright, so this is me. That is a campsite. Ada tempat nak mandi-mandi, ada sungai semua kat sana. So Gunung Belumut ni memang a beautiful, beautiful location. Alright. So this is the campsite. When I go there, biasanya dengan kawan-kawan, kami selalu set up camp. Lepas tu baru kami start hiking. Dah habis, dia akan ambil lebih kurang 6 hingga 8 jam nak naik dan turun combine. And then after that, we'll come and stay here. Tapi Gunung Belumut ni, dia bukan saja untuk satu gunung. Dia sebenarnya ada 3 gunung, starting point sama. Jadi dari sini satu arah kami pergi ke Gunung Belumut, and then lagi satu arah kami pergi ke Gunung Cemendung. Gunung Cemendung ni dalam lebih kurang 800 meter. And ada lagi satu gunung, Gunung Gua Rimau. Gua Rimau ni ke dalam sikit. Alright, jadi biasa kita naik Gunung Belumut halfway, and then kita kena ambil jalan lain dari atas halfway tu, then pergi ke Gua Rimau. Jadi Gua Rimau memang akan ambil masa lah nak sampai, lebih lama daripada Belumut punya timing. Alright. So Gunung Belumut ni bila-bila kami pergi, the same setup. Always camping and then go up. Tapi sebenarnya kita tak boleh nak camping atas gunung. Kita hanya boleh camping dekat campsite ni. Alright. One of the main reasons because Gunung Belumut ni dia ada haiwan liar. Alright, di Gunung Berlumut memang ada atau kawasan hutan ni memang ada gajah. So kita tak nak situasi waktu malam ke apa kan, gajah. And then ada juga harimau. Alright, there are tigers in our forest. Johor ada banyak forest yang ada tiger. So Gunung Berlumut ni memang ada tiger. So we don't want that situation. So sebab tu kita biasa kat kawasan camping site je. Walaupun kami naik gunung tu, we have a cut off time. Especially by 6 p.m. we try to come down. Kalau ada yang terlebih daripada 6 p.m. tu, we will be very worried, but we will try to send people so that we can bring that person down faster. Right? So this is what we do in Gunung Berlumut. Right. So these are some photos that I've taken using drone. Ini sungai yang ada kat bawah tu kan. So saya hantar drone sampai ke atas, lepas tu ambil gambar ni. This is also a drone photo taken from one of the parts of Gunung Berlumut. Cantik hutan ni, very very beautiful. The canopy is fantastic actually. Alright. So Gunung Berlumut is something that you should go if you want a bit more adventure, and of course if you want to learn a lot more about animals, this is a good place for you to go sebab banyak binatang yang boleh nampak. Of course I won't hope you see a tiger. I don't want you to see a tiger, but if anything else, still a possibilities for you to see and observe. Tapi jangan usik lah, jangan kacau haiwan-haiwan ni. Alright, so that is something that you need to do. Difference between Gunung Berlumut and Gunung Lamba is that Gunung Lamba at the moment tak payah permit. So all you need to do is that go to the parking lot, parking your kereta, and then after that you can start going. Just don't go out of the trail, keep to the trail. Okay, and Gunung Berlumut pula, you need a permit and you need an official guide. So official guide ni di bawah Jabatan Perhutanan, ada Malim Gunung. Kita panggil dia Malim Gunung, mountain guides. So Malim Gunung ni trained, they know how to take care of you in the forest, they know about the forest, they know the routes. So selamat nak masuk dengan Malim Gunung. So bila nak pergi ke gunung-gunung macam ni, apply permit and then get a Malim Gunung and suruh mereka bawa you pergi masuk gunung ni. Sebab kalau you tersilap jatuh ke ataupun ternampak binatang ke apa-apa, Malim Gunung boleh take care of your safety better than you take care of yourself. Alright, so it's quite important lah. So apa-apa gunung yang perlu permit, please ambil permit. So it is beautiful, it is enjoyable, but you don't want to make it dangerous for you. Alright, so make sure that you do it the right way lah. Okay, so now the topic for hari ni, saya kata from mountainscapes to seascapes, right? So dari mountains to laut. Okay, so I've shown you 2 mountains, but Johor has a lot of mountains. Ada Gunung Muntahak, Gunung Panti, Gunung Besar Johor, ada Gunung Banang yang lebih kecil tapi di Batu Pahat yang masih boleh pergi juga. Banyak gunung di Johor sebenarnya. Alright, tapi while we have gunung untuk kita admire, tapi kita juga ada kawasan-kawasan pulau-pulau, kawasan-kawasan laut yang sangat-sangat cantik. And first times when sebab saya grew up dekat dengan gunung kan, so masa tu saya tak pernah pun pergi ke kawasan laut. Tapi bila first time saya pergi ke kawasan laut di Johor, I was like, wow, this looks like documentary, this looks so beautiful, right? So that is true for Johor. Of course, every other parts of Malaysia, but Johor has a lot of wonderful places, wonderful sea areas. And I want to show you one of my favorite sea location, which is Pulau Mawar. So this is in Johor. All right. So Pulau Mawar ni is a very, very beautiful place. Okay. Oh, by the way, before going further into Pulau Mawar, kalau anyone have any questions, please take down the questions or put into the chat box here. Alright. So lepas habis presentation ni, there will be a question and answer session. So I can always answer any questions that you have, whether regarding the places of Johor or about mountains, about forests, about experiences in or how to survive in the forest. I can share with you. Probably one of the things that I will share later will be about my experience coming in contact with a tiger in the forest. So what we did when we saw the tiger is something that I will never forget, but I will share with you much later lah. Kalau saya terlupa, please ask me, please. Alright. So
Okey,
Pulau
akan saya
Mawar.
ingatkan Encik Saravanan. Jangan
Ya?
lupa. Saya akan ingatkan.
Oh,
Kalau ada masa.
yes, please, Cik Tan. Because the tiger was, I was super scared when I saw the tiger, but I would like to share later. All right. Thank you.
Hmm.
Alright. So Pulau Mawar. Okay, Pulau Mawar is a beautiful place. Kalau orang Johor, I think some of you might know. This is in Mersing. Tapi if you have not been to Pulau Mawar, please go. This is a beautiful place. And special part about Pulau Mawar, you don't have to take a boat. You can just walk to Pulau Mawar. Alright. Okay, so now why am I saying we can walk? Takkan ada pulau tapi kita tak payah nak ambil boat kan? Sebab Pulau Mawar ni dekat sangat dengan pantai kita, dekat dengan Mersing. So nak pergi Pulau Mawar ni bila air pasang, ada air atas pasir ni, so you have to walk in the water. Tapi kalau air surut, you can just walk in the pasir. That's it. Alright, so it's very easy. And Pulau Mawar ni kecil, tak besar sangat, tapi kawasan-kawasan dekat Pulau Mawar ni memang best nak tengok sebab banyak ekosistem yang ada. So satu, ada ekosistem yang untuk mangroves, paya bakau. Okay, kat sini ada banyak bakau pasir. So memang paya bakau ni kat sana cantik sangat. And you can actually walk very close to the paya bakau sebab pasir kat bawah tu, jadi no problem for you to walk. And then you can see a lot of animals, small animals that's creeping around that area. Lepas tu ada juga rainforest, okay, or coastal ecosystem tapi rainforest, right, dekat Pulau Mawar ni. And then ada juga kawasan batu-batu, so we call that rocky shores. So rocky shores pun ada kat kawasan ni, and then intertidal zone pun ada kat sini. Alright, intertidal zone ni biasa, intertidal zone referring to kawasan yang bila air pasang, air dah naik, jadi kat bawah tu memang muddy sikit. Okay, kawasan lumpur sikit. Tapi bila air surut, kawasan tu dah tak ada air pula. So that is intertidal zone. So dia ada dua condition bawah air dan condition tanpa air. Jadi this is intertidal zone. Banyak crabs, ketam kita boleh nampak kat sana, ataupun siput-siput. And intertidal zone ni juga kawasan di mana banyak burung-burung datang untuk cari makan. Right, shorebirds, right? So this can also be seen over here, and of course cliffs. Cliffs ni nak kata apa I don't know what is cliff in bahasa, but cliffs ni macam lereng-lereng bukit tu. You can see in this picture, right? So all of this. So ada banyak ekosistem kat sini, and of course laut, right? So it's really beautiful. This is some pictures that I've taken from some of times that I've been there. It's a very safe place for people to go, but you need to keep safe. Alright, jangan just lompat masuk air bila you are not sure whether it's safe condition or not. It can be quite dangerous if you don't take care of yourself. Tapi if you take care of yourself, this is a very easy and very safe place to go, Pulau Mawar. This is one of the photos that I've taken with my colleagues when I went there. Beautiful location. But of course, as I said, we need to be careful lah, So it's really beautiful. Even when I've seen a lot of people, when I went there, I pernah nampak orang ambil wedding photography, or photo shoots, a lot of things, because it's really beautiful. Okay, so this is one of the sides of it at Pulau Mawar. Sebenarnya Pulau Mawar ni kita boleh buat circumference of the entire Pulau Mawar. So kita boleh start from one end and then finish on the other end. Tapi yang penting kita kena tahu waktu air pasang dengan air surut. Sebab bila air pasang, nak buat one whole round of Pulau Mawar is very dangerous. Waktu air surut, yes, you can actually do, tapi you need to be independent enough to do the journey, because banyak batu-batu, so you need to be strong enough to hold the batu and make the entire circle. But that is only if you want to do a little bit more adventurous part of it. Tapi other than that, you can just do without needing to go entire round of the island. You can just go to certain locations. All of the ecosystems that I mentioned earlier boleh nampak in the normal route itself. Okay, so these are some photos that I've taken from Pulau Mawar. The first photo is taken using my phone camera. The other two photos is taken using my drone. So I send the drone quite high up. But when I was taking this photo, I was like, my heart stopped for a while because when the drone was up there, and a hawk, an eagle also passed by. And the moment the eagle saw the drone, it turned, and I had to like navigate the drone and bring it down back, you know. So it was a very scary thing. I felt that, oh no, my drone is gone today. So yeah, but it was a beautiful moment, and I didn't know I can handle the drone like that before that. So it was an experience for me as well. All right. Okay. And this is a video of me. Just now tadi gambar yang saya tunjuk macam yang saya kata dua my colleagues tu kan. Okay, this girl and this girl. The two of them were in this photo. This one. But after that, I took a drone shot of all of us at that location. So you can see how the place looks like in an entire drone shot. Here you go. Okay. Check it out. So this is Pulau Mawar for you. It is a small island. You can do it within a day, within a few hours, maybe 4, 5 hours for you to really appreciate. But it's still a good size to for any nature lovers to go there. Right? You can see Pantai Mersing dekat saja kat belakang tu. Yep. So this is Pulau Mawar. Okay, so Johor, Pulau Mawar, and di kawasan Mersing ni bukan saja Pulau Mawar tapi ada banyak pulau-pulau yang lain. You can even go to a lot of these islands. You can go and stay there. Ada chalet kat sana, ada tempat hiking kat sana, ada tempat nak buat island hopping. Ni kawan-kawan saya kami pergi island hopping, stay kat sana dan island hopping for 3 days 2 nights. It was really really amazing. Banyak yang kami buat. We even went snorkeling kat sana. Tapi all of these best to go with properly arranged trips. Because the moment you go there, of course, you need to make sure that safety is there, the chalets are booked and everything. You can go with family members, tapi look for a proper guide so that they can bring you and then you can enjoy without worrying too much about your safety. All right. So this is some of the experience that I had there. And of course, I'm not going to share much about mangroves, but I would like to tell you that for any people who loves mangroves, Johor has got massive mangrove forests. We have wonderful mangrove forests over here, and this is one of the photos taken there. All right. And Johor mangroves are accessible. There are boat trips that goes to the mangroves in Johor. One of the areas that I would say for boat trips is Tanjung Surat, at Tanjung Belungko, nearby there. It is in Johor, close to Pasir Gudang, but you need to go towards Disaru and then take a smaller road into this place called Tanjung Belungko. And then from there, you can actually go to Tanjung Surat mangroves area. It's a very beautiful area. Ada community orang laut di sana yang boleh juga bawa you pergi and experience, talk to them. It's really wonderful. Their experience is amazing. Saya pernah belajar banyak daripada orang laut. Cara hidup mereka, cara mereka appreciate the seas and the mangroves and the fisheries and everything. It's amazing. Talk to people. I think that is the thing that I can easily tell you. Talk to people. There's a lot of people that knows a lot about all of these places, right? I learn from them. So you can also look for all of these people and go and learn from them. Stay at their villages, you know. This is one of the things that you can actually do, right? So Tanjung Surat, Tanjung Belungko is one of the mangrove forests that you can go. We also have Tanjung Piai and Kukup area, which also has a lot of wonderful mangroves, and it is also known for the southern tip of Asia. So go for that as well. All right. Okay. So talking about forests and talking about nature spaces, talking about the sea and everything, as a conservationist, as an environmental educator, I'm quite into knowing what's happening to our nature spaces, our forests, our seas and everything. All right. So talking about that, I've always been interested to know how much forest we have, or how are we taking care of our forests. And as an environmental educator, as an environmental teacher, that is what I do, right? I want to know so that I can teach my students. And so just an idea for all of you of on the forest that we have in Johor or in Malaysia, for start, is that the tropical forest cover in Malaysia in 2001 used to be 15.9 million hectares. All right, and that is roughly about 48 0.5 of total land area, but this is for primary forest, all right, and of course secondary forest was also there, but secondary forest ni susah sikit nak calculate the actual one, because ada banyak factor yang involved in knowing how we would want to define a secondary forest. Right, sebab kadang-kadang ada secondary forest is classified as also production forest. Kadang-kadang ada secondary forest ni very close to primary forest, tapi because that area has been degraded, dia quality dia tak not equivalent to a primary forest, so dia dah jadi secondary forest. So there's a lot of factors, right? So secondary forest ni susah sikit kita nak calculate, tapi primary forest we used to have about 48.5%, but now it has reduced to 40.3% of total land area lah. This is as per 2020. All right, so here I have a video that I've taken from Global Forest Watch. This is showing the forest cover in Malaysia. All right, of course, changes in forest happens in every country. All right, apa-apa country pun, you need to clear some land to do buildings, cities, or expansion, villages, plantation, a lot of things happens. So it's not only in Malaysia, every country goes through the same cycle. It's just a matter of sama ada kita buat ni in a sustainable way or not sustainable way. Are we doing it right or are we not doing it right? That's the only difference. All right. So we can show examples of every countries, but of course Malaysia for us, so we are looking at Malaysia. I just want to introduce this word because kita ada ramai student kat dalam session ni. So I want to introduce this word sustainability. Tapi I need Cik Intan atau any teachers assistants, what do you call sustainability in bahasa Malaysia? What is the word for sustainability?
Something macam mampan. Cikgu Hashimi boleh bantu.
Kemampanan ataupun kelestarian.
Kelestarian.
Yes, kelestarian. Thank you so much. All right. So kelestarian ni is very important, and bila kita kata lestari ni, we can see it from a lot of angles, but of course now we are talking about forest concept or nature concept, right? Tapi sebelum tu, biar saya nak look at lestari ni, the word lestari of sustainability ni. One is that sustainability refers to sama ada how are we taking care of these particular places or this environment that we are living in, right? So it means that, okay, we need forests, we need to cut down some trees, we need to make roads, we need to make buildings. Are we doing it in the right way or are we doing it in the wrong way? Bila I kata right way, that means kita tahu di mana kita nak ambil, di mana pokok yang kita nak tumbangkan tu, di mana kita nak clear the forest. And apa cara kita guna sebelum kita decide sama ada forest A, forest B atau forest C, yang mana satu kita nak ambil untuk development, for example. Ataupun kalau kita nak tanam sayur-sayur, buat farming ke apa ke, macam mana kita nak buat. Jadi cara tu kita guna scientific ways sometimes. Macam mana kita nak tahu? Okay, for example, ada tak banyak haiwan di kawasan yang ini? Jadi hutan A, hutan B, hutan C. Yang mana satu ada banyak haiwan, yang mana satu ada banyak pokok-pokok kata endemik yang kita tak boleh dapat kat tempat yang lain, for example. Jadi according to that condition, kita choose yang mana yang kita nak ambil. Itu pun kalau kita betul-betul perlu ambil hutan tu. Right? So this is some ways that we actually go. But there are many other measures as well, and that is something that I would want to share. By the way, um, kita di Malaysia memang kelapa sawit dan getah was one of the important crops, right? Yang kita selalu ada sejak bertahun-tahun. And then lepas tu untuk beras pun kita perlu juga, atau untuk koko banyak agriculture punya plantation yang kita buat di Malaysia. Jadi untuk sebab tu pun kita ada banyak clear lah hutan-hutan kita. Tapi we need that. I mean, ekonomi pun penting juga. I mean, environment is important, economy is also important. I'm not supporting economy 100%, but it is needed. We all need both of this. So we need to make sure that it is sustainable. All right. So here, this video here is showing how from 2000 to 2023, the changes in our forest has happened. Forest cover. That means secondary forest and primary forest dua-dua sekali tu. All right. So blue color in this, you can see this is forest gain. That means mungkin pokok kat sana dah tumbang, di forest dah tebang, tapi ada juga pokok lain yang datang ke sana. So for example, plantation untuk agriculture ataupun parks ke apa-apa macam tu. So yang blue color tu, kalau dia started growing in that sense, that means not original forest, but actually it grow as a forest gain. So that is the blue color. The green color is showing the forest, and the red pink color is showing the loss of forest. So that means previously it would have been a forest, tapi sekarang dia dah bukan hutan lagi. So that is the color coordination kat sini. So you can look at this. So from 2000 to 2023, you can see green is lesser now, and then the pink has grown more. So that means whatever used to be green, right, has become pink now in some places. So I'll show you again. So when we started, there was more green. Now it has become more pink. So all the pink area, kita dah tebang pokok-pokok yang kat sana. Hutan kat sana tu dah clear, dah dijadikan jalan raya ataupun pekan atau kampung pertanian, semua tu. Alright, so I'll show you once again, just in case students, you would want to take a look at it. But these slides will be shared with you in a particular location, so you can still look at all of this. And then I have the link kat bawah ni, so you can also go through the link later when you have the slides. Okay, you can see the change that's happening. Okay. So this change has happened not only in Malaysia, it also happens in Thailand, in Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, every other countries that around us. So it's a change that is needed, but we hope the change happens slower, all right? Okay, and more thoughtfully. Okay. So in Johor pula, we can see this is the condition in Johor. So last time we had more forest, tapi as time goes by, a lot of towns and all has developed. Kawasan perumahan pun dah banyak. So all of these changes. So you can see, this is the changes that you are noticing. Alright. Endau Rompin National Park ni yang masih hijau banyak ni, yang itu because it is a Taman Negeri Johor. And Taman Negara juga. So it's under the same category. And then over here, sebelah Muar ni, you can also see another small green patch here. This is kawasan Gunung Ledang. And then di sebelah Kluang ni, you can see that there is another green patch. Dia sebenarnya di tengah-tengah Kluang, Kota Tinggi dan Mersing. So green patch yang di bawah sini, yang ini kawasan Gunung Pulai, Gunung Lambat, Gunung Belumut, Cemendung, tu semua tu. Lepas tu Gunung Muntahat dan Gunung Panti forest. So all of this is here. All right. So these are some of the things that is still left. That doesn't mean that there are no forests at all in other places. Ada banyak tempat kecil yang hijau-hijau ni, tapi bukan macam apa yang kita ada dulu lah. Right. So you can see the changes there. Okay, so talking about this, about loss of forest, right? Even though I wanted to share a lot about what wonderful places we have in Johor, tapi it is also important for us to know what's the conditions of this forest, what is the situations of this forest or our sea areas. All right. So for that, I would want to introduce to you this biodiversity hotspot as the topic. Alright, so biodiversity hotspot. Apa maksudnya biodiversity hotspot? So now biodiversity, it means, okay, biological diversity. So bila kita kata biological, that is referring to benda hidup. Alright, sama ada tumbuhan, haiwan, manusia, all of this is part of biodiversity. We are also part of biodiversity. So biological thing, that means benda hidup. So biological is apa-apa yang hidup. Now diversity ni, diversity referring to kepelbagaian. Alright. So biodiversity is biological diversity or it means kepelbagaian kehidupan. Alright. So the differences, the variety yang ada kat sini. So bila kita kata tumbuhan, like plants, ada banyak jenis spesies kan? Thousands and thousands of species. So all of that. So semua tu biologically living thing and 1000 species maksudnya 1000 diversity kat sana. So there is many diversity. Alright. So banyak kepelbagaian. Jadi pokok durian ni one type. Pokok mango another type kan? So ada kepelbagaian tu kan? Bukan dua-dua ni sama buah. Ada lain-lain buah. So macam tu, banyak jenis. So similarly for animals, there are also diversity in their kepelbagaian juga. So ada banyak jenis animals. So macam haiwan, macam yang ada 4 kaki, ada 2 kaki, ada yang tak ada kaki langsung, macam ular kan. So all of those things. So all of this is biodiversity. So kepelbagaian benda hidup. Now, hotspot means how important that place is or how hot that place is. So, kita guna sains untuk nak tahu sama ada satu tempat tu hotspot atau tidak. And there is a way to identify that. So, bila kita kata hotspot, again, I'm using hutan A, hutan B, hutan C. Hutan A, kalau, dia hotspot, that means it is very rich in value. Ada banyak kat dalam tu. Banyak biodiversity kat dalam tu. And kita rasa kita tak nak kacau tempat tu. Sebab kalau kita kacau, apa kata biodiversity yang ada kat sana dah tak ada lagi. Mati ke, pupus ke, something. Right? Similarly, mungkin hutan C pula ada kurang sikit biodiversity dia. Tapi ada faktor lain pula. Sebab biodiversity kat sana walaupun kurang, kepelbagaian dia kurang, tapi apa yang kita boleh cari kat dalam hutan C ni, kita tak boleh jumpa dalam hutan A dan hutan B. That means it's something special. Jadi kalau kita kacau hutan C ni, tempat tu kalau pupus, that means apa yang ada kat sana tak boleh nampak kat hutan B atau hutan A, habis dah tak ada lagi lah. Tak ada langsung kan? It's gone. So, kita ada banyak faktor-faktor yang kita nak ambil kira sebelum kita identify apa itu biodiversity hotspot and sama ada satu hutan tu biodiversity hotspot atau tidak. Alright? So, apa cara yang kita guna? Well, we use 2 things. One is endemic species. Endemic ni maksud dia something that you can find at one place but you cannot find anywhere else. Alright, itu maksudnya endemic. Jadi artinya, let's say, haiwan, Malayan tiger. Alright, Malayan tiger ni kita hanya boleh jumpa di kawasan yang dekat dengan Malaysia. Malayan tiger. Kalau kita pergi ke Siberia, kita takkan jumpa Malayan tiger. Atau kita pergi tempat lain, kita takkan jumpa Malayan tiger. Zoo mungkin, tapi bukan di dalam hutan. Bukan di habitat asal dia, kan? So, Malayan tiger ni kita hanya boleh jumpa kat sini. Jadi, kalau semua hutan di Malaysia dah tak ada, ataupun hutan di kawasan hampir dengan Malaysia ni dah tak ada, artinya Malayan tiger ni dah tak ada tempat nak tinggal. So, endemik ni maksudnya Malayan tiger hanya di kawasan ni, bukan di tempat lain. Jadi kalau Malayan tiger pupus di kawasan ini, kita tak ada Malayan tiger lagi kat tempat lain untuk kita replace. That is endemic. So, dia bukan hanya untuk tiger, tapi untuk semua haiwan atau tumbuhan yang ada di dunia ni. Alright, endemic. Jadi endemic, kalau kita jumpa kat satu tempat saja, tak ada tempat lain yang kita jumpa, boleh nampak benda tu, that means it is only here and we need to take care of it. Alright, so endemic species is the first factor that we consider bila kita nak identify sama ada satu tempat tu biodiversity hotspot or not. Okay, so first criteria, endemic species. So bila kita dah buat study tu and kita dah tahu kawasan ni ada endemic species, first thing is, okay, we need to check the next condition, which is ecosystem loss more than 70%. Jadi ecosystem ni sama ada dia okay ke tak? Ecosystem ni macam healthy ataupun macam dah banyak rosak. Okay, that is important. So now again, hutan A ada endemic species. Now, when we go to hutan A and we check balik hutan A ni, kita tengok, oh, tapi hutan ni endemic species banyak, tapi hutan ni nampak macam okay je. Tak ada orang tebang pokok kat sini, kualiti hutan tu bagus, dia punya everything is fine. Then, it is totally okay. Kita takkan categorize tempat ni sebagai biodiversity hotspot. However, bila kita masuk hutan A ni, sebab ada endemic species, kita nak tahu macam mana kualiti hutan. Bila kita tengok, kita nampak, alamak, banyaknya kawasan yang dah ditebang. Ataupun banyak pokok-pokok dah rosak, ataupun ada tanah runtuh ke, atau something that happen, and that forest is no more safe. And then, kita tengok, oh, keadaan hutan ni dah 70% dah rosak. 30% dah rosak. That means only 70% hutan ni masih okay. Then, kita nak categorize yang itu sebagai biodiversity hotspot, and immediately, kita akan cuba nak selamatkan hutan ni. Sama ada tak bagi orang masuk, ataupun kita cuba nak tanam ke, ataupun nak buat apa-apa yang boleh untuk selamatkan hutan ni. Sebab, dah 30% rosak, 70% lagi yang masih ada. Alright, and kalau 70% tu pun dah rosak, then spesies yang ada kat dalam tu akan hilang, pupus. And kita tak boleh nak cari spesies tu kat tempat lain. So we need to do something about it. So this is the two factors that we consider when we are looking at biodiversity hotspot. Alright, but beyond biodiversity hotspot, there is another thing that we will also consider. So biodiversity hotspot ni very important. Tapi we are also looking at something known as carbon hotspot. Alright, so this is also something that we measure using science. So kata kalau kita ada 40 atau 80 atau 100 kawasan yang kita sudah identify sebagai biodiversity hotspot sebab ada endemic species and hutan tu dah tak selamat atau laut tu dah tak selamat. So bila kita dah identify kata 100 kawasan, now, kita nak selamatkan 100 kawasan, kita kena ada sumber-sumber yang kita nak gunakan. But if we don't have the resources, macam mana kita nak selamatkan 100 kawasan? Jadi kita kena start tengok di antara 100 kawasan ni, apa kawasan yang paling penting kita nak selamatkan dulu atau paling bagus untuk kita selamatkan dulu. So then we use another criteria which is known as carbon hotspot. Carbon hotspot ni maksudnya kawasan mana yang ada banyak carbon, especially di dalam hutan. Alright, sebab carbon dioksida bila dia ke atmosfer, dia akan menyebabkan global warming kan? So, boleh-bolehnya kita tak nak global warming ni jadi, out of control. So, what we do is that we need to make sure there is reduction of carbon, or at least we don't put more carbon inside. Now, carbon dioksida, kita nafas, keluar carbon dioksida. Right? And then, Apa-apa yang kita makan, kalau kita buang lepas tu, karbon dioksida. Kita bawa kereta, karbon dioksida. Kita buat kilang, karbon dioksida. Tapi lagi satu kawasan yang ada karbon dioksida ialah di dalam hutan. Right? So, carbon di hutan ni ada dua. One is carbon dioxide which is coming out, taken by the forest for photosynthesis. Lepas dia buat photosynthesis, oksigen akan dihantar balik ke atmosfer. Carbon ni pula apa jadi? Carbon ni akan masuk ke banyak komponen dalam hutan tu. Dalam daun, batang pokok, akar-akar dan di dalam tanah, di dalam hutan ni. So carbon ni trapped. Okay, trapped inside the forest. However, bila kita tebang pokok ataupun clear the forest, tanah tu kita ambil, carbon yang dia proses dan masuk ke dalam tanah tu akan escape and go back to the atmosphere. So, lebih banyak pokok ataupun hutan yang kita destroy, the more carbon will escape into the atmosphere. So we need to take that into consideration, right? So what we do when we identify carbon hotspot is that we want to make sure we study the forest and identify which one got a lot of carbon and which one got lesser carbon. Okay, so kalau ada yang banyak sangat carbon kat dalam tu, seboleh-bolehnya kita tak nak touch forest tu. And kalau betul-betul kita perlu clearkan, katalah for example 1000 hektar of forest untuk something, right? Kita cuba cari forest yang paling kurang carbon. Jadi kita tak keluarkan banyak carbon back into the atmosphere, tapi kita ambil tanah yang ada kurang carbon tu, jadi sikit je carbon yang akan naik balik ke atmosphere, escape. Alright? So this is the two factors that we will look at. One is biodiversity hotspot, another one is carbon hotspot. Dua faktor ni bila kita combine, then we can make a good decision sama ada satu hutan ataupun laut ke mana-mana tu kita boleh touch or not touch it. Alright, so this is very important. Definitely, when it comes to Department of Environment in Malaysia, they will consider all of these factors, of course with many other factors, but from a conservation and environmental point of view, this is very important for us to consider. So biodiversity hotspot and carbon hotspot. So for students who are inside this session, you can take down these two and you can actually go and try to look for this information and study about it. It's going to be very important. And if you are looking at going towards environment as one of your career paths, I think this is going to be very, very important. All right, carbon hotspot and biodiversity hotspot. So this graph here that you can see, in this graph, this is something that me and my colleagues has come up with. And based on what we have studied, tropical grassland is one of the places that has got the least carbon. Tropical peatland, alright, peatland pula ada banyak sangat carbon. So peatland is one thing that we don't want to touch. Another thing is mangrove, paya bakau. Paya bakau pun banyak carbon. So paya bakau pun kita tak nak rosakkan. Kita tak nak ambil paya bakau, clear that land. We don't want to do that because a lot of carbon there. So you can see that there's this, but this chart, this graph is from around the world. It's a worldwide graph sebab ada banyak kawasan macam temperate corridor forest, temperate broadleaf forest. Yang ini semua ni lebih kepada macam di Afrika ataupun di Europe, kawasan macam tu. So the study was also done in those kind of locations. Alright. So based on what we have identified throughout the world, there are 36 areas that has been identified as biodiversity hotspots or hotspots. All right, so you can see orange, betul-betul orange ni, yang itu a very important hotspot, but each of these colors actually matters. All right, and Malaysia has got a lot of biodiversity hotspot as well. You can see Malaysia here. It is one of the orange colors, right? So there is banyak yang animals or biodiversity yang ada kat sini yang kita tak boleh jumpa kat tempat lain, kat negara lain. And second thing, banyak hutan yang kita ada memang banyak carbon sebab Malaysia's forest is one of the old forests of the world, right? Kalau kita pergi ke Mossy Forest di Cameron Islands, for example, kita boleh nampak satu board kat sana yang mengatakan this is thousands of years of forest. So we have to take care of it, right? So Malaysia punya forest memang very, we have very old forest, banyak carbon and banyak juga kehidupan liar kat sana yang special kat sana, and ada banyak yang kita tak boleh jumpa kat mana-mana tempat lain. So it's very important for us to know this knowledge, at least the knowledge for now, all right? So that one day when we need to decide certain things, we know that, okay, we need to consider these things. All right. Okay, so we have coming to the end of this slide. I just want to show you this one. Ini was actually prepared by one of my very good friend. His name is Dominic. Dom, he's from UK, but he's in Malaysia. He had been living in Malaysia for a very long time, and I always love talking to Dom. Dom created this, and he said that this is actually the game of Jenga. All right. So Jenga ni, saya pasti ramai yang pernah main Jenga kan? So Jenga basically what you do, you remove something and you try to restack, put up and put up and put up. And one person suddenly will, you know, when the person is doing, the Jenga can drop. And now that person will be the losing person, right? So in Jenga game, it's very easy. There's all winners, one loser, right? The person who make it fall is the loser. Siapa yang jatuhkan Jenga ni, dia akan kalah, kan? But just consider Jenga sebagai kita punya bumi ni, or our planet. Assuming this Jenga is our planet. And what we are doing to our planet, we are removing one by one and stacking it. Kita kata, okay, tak apa, kita tebang pokok kat sini, 1000 pokok dah tebang kat sini, kita pergi tanam 1000 pokok sepanjang jalan raya. Sama, kan? 1000 pokok, kat sana pun 1000 pokok juga. Tapi betul ke sama? From an environmental point of view, or from nature's point of view, it is not the same. 1000 pokok di dalam hutan, kita clear, lepas tu tanam 1000 pokok lagi di sepanjang jalan, tak sama. Sebab carbon content dia tak sama, biodiversity yang hidup kat sana tak sama. Di hutan ni 1000 pokok akan menjadi habitat, satu ekosistem. Di sini pula sepanjang jalan 1000 pokok ni setakat pokok. Yes, it looks nice, ada shelter, sejuk sikit kat kawasan tu, that's it. But beyond that, banyak benda-benda yang banyak condition yang ada kat dalam hutan ni tak sama kat sana. Alright, so it's different. Kadang-kadang kita ada juga nampak sungai sebelum ni dia macam gini, and then after that because of development this entire sungai diubah arah pula. Tak sama. Sebab pulau-pulau yang formed at the out of the sungai ni, sebab bila sungai tanah dari kawasan pedalaman akan ke bawah kan, and then bila tanah tu dah sampai ke the mouth of the river, dia akan jadi delta, jadi intertidal zone. Lepas tu ada juga kawasan tu dia akan macam bukit sikit kat luar tu, and then dia akan drop, and kat kawasan tu pula ada corals, batu karang. A lot of those things happen naturally. And ada sebab-sebab kenapa kat sini ada pulau, kenapa kat sana ada paya bakau, kenapa kat certain places ada hutan. All of this is naturally happen. But now when we are changing it, it's going to change the stability of this entire place. Sama ada hutan atau laut atau even kehidupan kita. It is going to shake things up. It's going to make it unstable. So I just want to leave it with you with this screen here. All right. Jenga, consider that as our planet. And if we make changes in a Jenga game, it is fine because it is just a game. Kalah, tak kisah, kita boleh stack balik, main balik. Tapi in our planet, in our earth, kalau something goes wrong because we have changed a lot of things, and once it falls, it is a loss for everyone. We cannot make it back. So I'll leave you with that. Okay? All right.
Alright. Terima kasih Encik Saravanan. Okay, it is very interesting talk yang saya pasti all our KPA students yang bukan saja KPA students, semua member MNS yang join this talk belajar banyak mengenai negeri Johor. Okay, sebelum kita buka sesi soal jawab, just nak tanya, nak ingatkan Cik Saravanan, apa yang kita perlu buat bila kita bertentang mata dengan harimau di dalam hutan?
Okay, thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, sebenarnya, okay, I started climbing or going into the forest when I was 5 years old. And sejak 5 years old, I always wanted to see a tiger. Alright, sebab masa tu kita tak tahu. Tiger is an animal, it looks wonderful, it looks beautiful. I wanted to go in and look at one. And it has been my wish for a very long time, right? But that one time when I saw the tiger for the first time in the forest, I was wishing I never had that wish. It was scary. Alright, so the tiger that I saw was in hutan Johor juga. If I'm not mistaken, dekat Endau, kawasan Endau, tapi I think from Gunung Besar Segamat side, from another side. So we saw this tiger, but luckily we had kawan-kawan orang asli di dalam group kami. They were our guides. So they were bringing us and so sebelum masuk hutan mereka dah bagi tahu kami apa yang kami perlu buat. So we roughly knew, tapi theory tahu apa yang kita perlu buat is one thing. But doing it when we actually come into the situation is another thing. So what we did was when we saw the tiger, the first thing that we did is that we kept looking at the tiger. We didn't turn. Alright. Sebab tiger ni kan, harimau ni macam kucing juga. Dia kucing, cuma kucing besar lah kan. Alright, it's just like another cat. So biasa kat rumah bila kita main dengan kucing, bila kita pusing, kucing akan lompat. You know, they will try to play with us. So similarly, even tigers will do the same thing. So if we turn and dia nampak belakang kita, dia akan attack. So this is a natural behavior of a lot of animals, especially cat family. Semua cat family ada behavior yang itu. So bila kita pusing, there's higher chances for them to jump and catch us. And especially they will try to catch our neck. Right? So this can happen, and this is something that we would want to avoid. Right? So that is the first thing that we will do. And second thing is that kita tak boleh nak tunjuk, berani sangat ataupun tunjuk yang kita takut sangat. Sebab semua haiwan boleh detect kita punya hormones. Bila kita takut, a certain hormone will come out. And they can sense, they can smell it. Bila kita berani sangat nak tunjuk gagah, also a certain hormones will come out and they can sense it. Tapi bila certain animals, bila kita tunjuk berani, mereka akan takut. Tapi bila certain animals pula, bila kita tunjuk berani, dia rasa macam kita mencabar. So that can also become another problem. Right? So we kena macam muka plastik lah, kenalah compose kita punya condition. Tak nak tunjuk takut, tak nak tunjuk berani. So kena stay. So that is the other part of it that we will have to do. And the third thing is, kita kena kurangkan kita punya perimeter. That means, bila kita betul-betul tunjuk yang kita ni gagah, kita punya perimeter akan meluas. Bila meluas, haiwan ni akan juga rasa kita cabar dia. So we need to bring down, macam kecilkan sikit badan kita. That is another thing. So macam rasa kita bagi dia feel like dia tu superior and kita ni macam okay sikit. That's it. So these three things is very important. One, jangan pandang tempat lain. Lebih kurang pandang kat haiwan tu juga. The tiger. don't take our eyes that much, but don't make your eyes look so sharp until the tiger feels like you are threatening it. Okay. Second thing is don't turn or run. Third thing is try to bring down your perimeter, kecilkan sikit badan, and then slowly move backwards. Sampai you come to a point where you are far enough from the tiger, and the tiger will also start feeling the same thing, and very high chances the tiger will just go off. The reason why I'm saying this is because the tiger, walaupun kita jumpa tiger tu, sebelum kita nampak tiger, probably the tiger dah nampak kita banyak kali dah. The only reason why it chose to appear in front of us is because dia sendiri pilih nak datang depan kita. Bukan dia accidentally came in front of us. Dia dah tahu kita kat sana, tapi dia nak datang. That's it. Alright? So very high chances the tiger already know that we are there. So, the only thing is the tiger is curious. Sebab kita ni bukan makanan yang normal untuk tiger. So, we are not even in the tiger's list. Kita just don't want to provoke too much and buat tiger tu marah. That's all. So we just make it very simple. We try to go behind. The tiger also feels fine. The tiger will just go and do its own work. So that's the thing lah.
Okey, terima kasih Cik Saravanan. Okey, sekarang kita buka untuk sesi soal jawab. Ada sesiapa yang ingin bertanya kepada Cik Saravanan? Boleh start sekarang.
Hello, Miaolin here.
Hello, hi Miaolin. How are you?
Hi, Zaran. Hey, just a quick question.
Yes.
Thank you. Great talk. A lot of good advice. All right. So the quick question is,
Yeah.
this talk I think is a very good introduction because we were thinking of asking you, remember, to actually do a trip supaya kita boleh nampak tempat-tempat ni
Yes.
yang dicakap tadi oleh Encik Saravanan. So then we were trying to see if we can get you to lead a group of us. So this is still going on. Is that possible?
Yes, definitely it's possible. We
Okay.
can go to some of these places, and of course, I still owe you some write-up on that as well. It has been, even the slides I was preparing like 5 minutes before the talk. That's when I finished my slides,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, I understand.
But
okay.
yes, it is
Yeah,
definitely possible.
we'll just keep in touch on that and
Mhm.
I'll leave it at that lah. So everybody who heard this talk today, you already get a small glimpse of what is to come if we can actually go to these places with Mr. Saran.
Definitely, definitely. In fact, I would suggest that, every state, of course, every state has beautiful locations, beautiful places that we can visit.
Correct.
And
Correct.
every state also has experts that knows the place a lot, right? So
Right.
I think this entire Tapir talk that we have now is to recognize and know about all of these spaces and make time, to go and see all these spaces. And Johor, definitely we are very happy to welcome anyone to come over and look at our places. I may know some of these places, but there are many experts in Johor, even Johor branch, right? So if we can organize a trip, maybe for certain locations, we can even have some experts from the state that is
Of course.
very familiar with that particular location to come and share a lot more about those locations to us. Gunung Lambat definitely is one of my favorite places. Pulau Mawar is definitely one other place that I can love to share. But there are many wonderful places in Johor, and we can organize a trip, just like that for this.
Okay. Okay, so we start with that and then we'll move on from there. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you, Miaolin.
Okay, take care.
Okay, is there any other question for Encik Saravanan? We can take like one or two more questions. Sepatutnya Tapir Talk ni 1 jam, but I also like to open up yang it's okay kalau everybody is fine with in terms of timing nak tanya lagi soalan. Yes. Ada sesiapa lagi nak tanya? I think salah satu soalan yang saya nampak dekat chat box tu dia tanya Pulau Mawar. I think Cikgu Hashimi yang bertanya, is it not gazetted as marine park?
Okay, so Pulau Mawarni, it's slightly under Johor Forestry, but at the
Okay.
same time, it is also known as Marine Park because there is a conservation fee that is being collected at Pulau Mawar. So definitely, it is part of the Marine Park. Only thing is that the bigger part of Marine Park of Johor is more deeper into the sea, nearby Pulau Tinggi area and all of those kawasan, right? So that is the bigger part of Marine Park of Johor, but Pulau Mawar is still under that protected section.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think somebody.
Saravanan,
Yes.
can I ask?
Oh, Kak Zarina.
I heard that Panti has got lots of durian. Is that true? And
Oh,
if it's true, can we go in July and feast on the durians as well?
Well, Johor definitely has a lot of durian. In Kota Tinggi areas also, we can find a lot of durian. So Panti is in Kota Tinggi. But you know what? Come for durian and also go for a bird watching journey inside there. Panti, we have a lots of wonderful birds as well. So make it as a trip and, enjoy durian and the birds.
Thank you. Are they wild durian trees or orchards owned by people?
Okay, so there are wild durians, and normally for the wild durians, we will suggest not to because we leave it for the animals to feast on it. Whereas there are also the orchards, which is for farming agriculture, for consumption purpose. So there are those that we will always entertain. Like bring go, and we also have our own fun there eating durians. So the natural one, the one that wild one, we normally won't touch. We will try to keep it into the forest for the animals. At least I hope that's the situation. Of course, I think orang kampung sometimes they will take because they are part of the ecosystem, so they will take it less sometimes.
Right. Thank you very much.
But please come. I'll be happy to. I don't eat durian, but I'll be happy to sit and chit chat, and I can eat pulasan and rambutan together with all of you.
Alright. Okay, before we end our session, nak ucapkan terima kasih lagi sekali pada Cik Saravanan, for luangkan masa sudi untuk kasih ceramah untuk bulan ni. So thank you very much, sir. Alright. Untuk pengetahuan yang lain, so yang sesi Tapir Talk ni, we will do it on a monthly basis, and then we will explore different states as we go along. So if you could kindly block the 28th of June, the next talk will be from Prof. Ahmad Ismail, and then we will learn about Selangor. Alright. Then pada 19 Julai, kita akan pergi ke Sarawak dan kita ada members daripada Kuching Branch yang akan share mengenai Sarawak. So block those dates and then kami akan keluarkan dia punya e-poster dan kita akan sharekan pada semua orang. Okay, so before we say goodbye, and then maybe boleh minta kerjasama semua orang untuk switch on your video because kami nak ambil gambar untuk part of our report. Okay, so okay, mohon kerjasama dekat semua orang. So tim saya akan start ambil gambar.
Oh, by the way, sambil tunggu untuk semua buka screen, I nampak ada satu soalan. What if we play dead in front of the tiger?
Okay, boleh ke?
What if we play dead? Actually, I don't know the answer, but if based on my logic sense, I think kalau kita play dead in front of the tiger will come and eat us because easy food.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've also shared my Instagram and Facebook in the chat. If you would want to follow some of the pictures that I post after going to each of the forests or seas, you can actually look out there.
All right. So Witin and Lina, dah ready? Okay, smile everybody. Okay. Wichin, is it okay? Lina?
Yeah, done.
Done it? All right. Thank you, everybody. Like I said earlier, so that we will share the link to this recording and the PowerPoint itself. Kita akan letak nanti dekat website and then everybody can just access to it later. All right? Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum dan terima kasih. And then hope to see all of you again on the 28th of June. All right.
Terima
Thank
kasih
you,
Kak
everybody.
Intan. Terima
Have
kasih
a good
Sarah.
weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you
Hatimi,
for
thank you
attending the
Intan.
talk.
Thank you Kak
Okay,
Zin.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.